All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to All Will Fall. Hope you're having a great day. I am going to start things off by focusing on water because that is our biggest problem right now, isn't it? Indeed it is. I am going to grab some of these sun distillers. They need to be in clear access to sunlight, and of course, they need to be connected to a storage solution for water. I'm thinking of placing it over here. These are very passive. You don't need workers on these. And as long as they're hooked up to a source of storage, it should be fine. So I'm going to place this, I think, right here on the edge there. And then another one can go, I think it needs to be out of range of this, I guess. So it needs to be maybe here. And then another one can go perhaps on this side right here. And then I want to have a storage. Well, I was hoping to have the storage be connecting them all, but it looks like maybe I got to go one more level. So let's still go here, and then we'll abort this for a second. Let's let them build all of these first, and then we'll put another one. Yeah, looks like right here would be fine. Put another one, and then we'll have one more there, and then we can follow it up on this side with, yeah, that will work okay. So we'll follow it up there, and then this one can go, you know, it's fine. We'll just move this one a little bit over. That's okay with me. So I effectively have two on each, and that's good. All right, so now we can have these sun distillers. They just sit out in the sun, I guess. Sunniness is 100% for all of them now. Got decent clearance, I suppose. 100% clearance on this. This is saying 83%, so there's something going on. Oh, okay. So here's what's happening. The storage it's not hooked up to is obstructing it. So, okay, I see what it is. So tell you what, we will move this out of the way, and then we'll have to set up two like completely separate installations for this, which is not a big deal, I guess. So we'll start on this side with that. Nope, it's gonna be in the way, but it's okay. We're gonna go like that with you. Yep, and then put you there. All right, we just unlocked metal support buildings. I now can make metal structures. Now these, you can compare this 200 support versus 800 support. So much better. This sucker here is 120 and 200. This one 288 and 800. So in other words, we're able to make much longer bridges now, which is what I really needed to do. And so because of the longer bridges, I think we can get over somewhere else here. Let's see about getting over to this island, because I want to start making housing right here too. This building looks really cool. It just needs to be cleared out. And then there's, again, a tree right here and a tree right here. I want to keep these trees and, you know, make our metal housing kind of in this area around these trees. I think that sounds like a good idea. But first, we got to get here. We could do that now with these metal supports. So if I go like this, oh boy, that is close, isn't it? Tell you what, let's do this then. Yep, like this. We can place this here. And then this is our large metal support block. This is a support block. So this one's meant for putting things on top of it. Yeah. Okay. So I want one of these. So we'll place you down about like that. And that, it's stable enough to hold. It's pretty good. I want to put you here. And then we're just going to put some stairs. Yeah, it doesn't have to be even metal stairs. Something very cheap like this would be all right, I think. But now that we're over to this island, we can start, you know, looking at tearing this stuff down. So I'm going to place some floor right here. And then let's get something like that going. Indeed. So now these guys can start clearing this out, I think. Let me make sure they can access it. It's already green, so I'm going to say, yeah, they can, but maybe that's not the indicator. They should be able to get that stuff. But it's about whether or not we have enough people for it, though. That thing, too. So how about we grab two things I want to build this video no matter what. The first was metal and bridges to get to other places. So that's done. Second is this recycling center, because I didn't build it yet, and I unlocked it, and I didn't build it, and I really should build it. Now that I have enough people unemployed to work it, 4 workers, beautiful, then we can make that happen. I'm going to place 1 worker in there just to give us a little extra power, though. I'm assuming that it gives it more power. All right. On the research side of things, we got the recycling center. That's good. Probably sand extraction to tools production would be good, too. Advanced storage seems like it could be useful if we're going to start doing industrial stuff. And I still got to figure out the water situation. Let me hone in on that a little bit, too. Electric desalinating with the 2 steamers going. Let's see. 14 output of water for 7 power input. So it's a 7 power input. And our steam generators each are outputting 10. Okay, we're going to go electric desalinate. Ooh, it doesn't have enough resources. What is it? Oh, it's the metal. So my metal gathering is way over here, and it's not going to be in range, is it? It's barely in range. I think we should probably move it, though. I don't think there's too much metal left for these guys to get over here. This is mostly wood. So I'm going to move this metal gathering operation to the metal area. And let's move it like right here. Yeah, we can just have you chill right on top of this. Assuming we don't have this marked to gather. And we don't. Okay. All right, and then this is a little bit unstable, right? So I think we'll just add a little bit of stability on this, just a little bit to help out with. Yeah, I don't know if that actually helps, but I'm going to put it there anyway. And then we'll just add the workers back to this. Now we have a whole bunch of metal in this area here that we can tear down. All right, king's right hand. I'm not a king. Am I? Engineer leader approaches you. You know, every ruler needs a right hand, someone who can handle smaller tasks. Maybe I could help you with that. Trying to move himself up in the world order, is he? Yeah, maybe I was looking for a new job. So I end up giving someone else the leader position, and I gain more influence having done so. More walking speed, more carrying speed. Great, you can start by cleaning my shoes from all this bird shit. That's not gonna work. Actually, everyone else likes that I did that, so this is a net positive for me here, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Prove your value first gives me 20 tools. Huge. Yeah, I mean, yes. 20 tools just done. That's awesome. Finally, we found this place. We have more people want to come in here, more outsiders coming in. Let's go ahead and confirm them. And we are now, I think, really firmly in a position where water is becoming the main focus here. I've got a lot of people at this point. So this is going to be there and then here. I think 1, 2. I think that works. And then I need to make sure that we can walk around this. So I need to have like a path like that. Allows us to reach around it. There's a ghost ship? Is that what that's... Yeah, that's what that's saying. Captain, look, there's a ship headed our way. Seems like there are no people on board. We'd probably check it for valuable resources, right? So if we secure the hull first and then search it, it'll cost me 70 wood. We'll gain 20 metal and 25 junk. If we work overtime to get everything, it'll cost me a little bit of influence, but we get 30 metal, and that's exactly what I need. I think I'm taking that. I'm going to do that. I want the metal now. All right, cool. So on your way out, you notice something. A blueprint of the ship. Nicely hanged on the wall as a decoration. If we could only actually build a large ship like that. So this gives me an end goal. Huge ship. We can try and save everyone by building a huge ship and sailing off to the horizon in search of new lands. That's the end goal. Wow. Okay. Okay, we'll see how that goes. It's here, end goal. And I can't place it, of course, because I don't have the resources. But if I did, 300 metal, What are the resources it requires? I wish it would stay up because I wish I could hover it. So it's 300 metal. That's not wood. That's fuel. Okay. So it's 300 metal, 300 fuel, and 60 tools. Oh, 60 tools is going to be the harder one to do there, I think. All right. So we'll look at that. That seems good. Let's get one more worker in that so we can have more power. And then gravity battery is being researched right now. I have enough to go ahead and make my recycling center. Now, the recycling center is going to go, I think, on this third floor here. Or is that the fourth floor? I guess I think it counts as the third floor. I think I'm going to place it here. And it can stick right through that gap, I suppose. Maybe even stick out. Yeah, we can have it stick out through that gap. Like this. We can do something like that. I like that. And then from there, we can build this by having, let's say, something like that is what I was hoping for. Well, we go a little bit like this too. Yeah, there we go. Something like that. And then all we need are an engineer and another worker, I suppose. Maybe another person even. Ooh, cool. 3 people. 3 people can now work in the recycling center. And that'll be nifty because we can take all this junk we have, 700 plus junk, and now turn it into the metal that we need to actually, work with things correctly. So I like this. Why don't we go one step further here. Give me a storage down here too, right? I think having 2 storages. Just the one for now. Nah, two is good. I want 2. We're gonna have to have some support here for that though. Right there, you hear the sounds, right? It's got a cool, I like to listen to it sometimes. It's nice. It's very busy. Feels good. I'll place 2 storages down. Okay. So with 2 storages next to it, we now have at least the place to put the metal when we're done with it. We can store junk here to do things with it later and all that. I like it. Influence well spent. Speaking of which, policy-wise, I think rationing 2 food per day maximum is supposedly for freedom. 5-day maximum, 2 per day minimum. Ooh, I have a lot of food now, and I'm thinking that's a good one. We should not limit ourselves. That's 10 additional happiness for that food. But is that going to bite me in the ass? That's the thing. Is it going to bite me? Maybe I'll go do this. Just that way we have that minimum. But man, I love this. I love the idea of using this one though. Minimum food. Yeah, I can guarantee this. 1 per day minimum. I can guarantee that. So we'll go like this. Now, as I've done that, it's activating another buff. Because I have plus 10 freedom, I now have increased happiness for everyone. Okay? And then over here, I can get more influence gains as well as I go. But now I get plus happiness from everyone. Very nice. Okay. We like having more freedom, you think? It's a good sign that this place is becoming a bit more free. We still have a long way to go to regain our old lives, but this is a good start. How about letting people spread their ideas or look for like-minded people? Here's a building that might help with that. Ooh. A posting board. Hey, I like that. If they can write... Oh, this place is so great. Yeah, exactly. So this is more loyalty and this is more influence. At this point, I'll take the loyalty actually for this. That's fine. So this posting board, let's put that over here. How about right here underneath the stairs like this? Yeah, I like this. We'll go like there. And then let's have it, just have this path do that. I'm going to have it do that actually. There. So the posting board will be right there, and now they can just use it. They can put things on their bulletin board. Oh, I didn't notice there's another event over there I haven't clicked on yet. Something is growing on our buildings, it says. Some of our buildings have been infested with some kind of fungus. We should probably do something about it. Maybe that wood could be used as fertilizer. Ooh, more food. Less wood? We must stop messing with nature. Just leave it. Gives me more influence. Or kill it with fire. No, I don't think I'll like that either. If I had 2 mushroom farms, I'd be able to get food from this event. And if I had 180 wood, I'd be able to replace all of it. And I don't want to do that. It gives me more influence, though. I mean, I do like more influence. But I like more food more. I just don't want to lose the wood, but I got extra wood. We're gonna be all right. Let's take the food. Outsiders would like to become citizens once more. They want to join the ranks of the engineers. Okay, fine. At least you are someone who I can put to work now. There's lots of engineers here already, but you know, we don't have anyone unemployed. I still have ways for them to go to work, right? I can click a boat, for example, and I guess put them in. Can I put them in a boat? I can put them in a fishing boat. I already have the sailors in there, though. Gravity battery's done. Okay, how does this work? In case you're curious. Gravity battery gives me 5.5 storage per meter. And so it's not technically as good as a regular battery, which can hold 10 power. But this one, it can be close if you're really high up. So in this case, I need to get a bit more metal to do it. But I planned to install the gravity battery. Not here, unfortunately, because if I install it here, that extra weight will cause this to be bad. So that's no good. But if I place it here on the side of this, then it can go all the way down this edge and it won't interfere with anything. And that's what I was looking for. And then the same thing can happen. Well, not over here. I guess I might be able to do it here, but that's not as high. The more ideal solution would be to put it up here, right along the side of this building, and then just have it go down. I can move this, right? But placing it here will cause too much stress on this lower housing unit. So I won't be able to do that. All right. So as we get more metal, which we should be gathering pretty quickly now that we have that recycling center, we can go ahead and put this gravity battery in place. Almost there. We're getting metal a lot faster now. And it's ready to go. So from here, we want to place this as high as possible. I mean, technically I can get away with it being here. So I can place this here, and then all the way down, it will just persistently give me more and more storage capacity as the water drops. So we'll see how that goes once they build it. Now I need to have a way for them to build it. So how am I getting them up here? That is a good question, isn't it? I am going to get them up there by going like this. We're going to go around. And I think you should be able to build this from here. Maybe not. Let's have you face this way. Yeah, I think from here you can definitely do it. So we'll place that, and then we'll just have like a quick little walkway right here to help them get up there. And hopefully my builders can just make that happen. Yeah, there they go. Go on up there and build, build, build. And then I tear this all down when it's done. Yeah. So now that... No. Don't you stand there. No. Don't sit there. It's not a good place to sit. There we go. Oh my gosh. Yep. See, we are generating a lot of spare power. Oh, now it's going back up. Yeah. So the goal, like, how does this work, right? If you're, I mean, maybe you're young or you just don't understand the physics of it. It's pretty simple. You spend power, extra power, right, is used as energy to raise this heavy block up. and hold it higher. So when this thing is all the way here, then it means that our batteries are full in that case. And this is all this was doing is like measuring it, like how high should it be? But when the battery falls down lower, that's, you know, we're losing power, right? So you're basically using gravity to generate electricity, and then you use your spare power to bring it back up against gravity battery. Now, I have no idea why it's doing this raise lower thing, because that's not how this should work at all. I think it's bugging out calculating how it's supposed to be, because none of that should have happened right there. But what we have right now is we're almost at capacity, 18 out of 20 in our storage. And so when it is full at 20, this should be as high as it can be. It should be sitting up here when it's full battery. And that's how that will work. Now I can also place another one. There's no limit to how many of these gravity batteries I can have. So if I get rid of that, I could come down and add another one. Let's say I want to have another one right here, right? Just underneath this, just underneath it, I can have yet another one right here. And this will just be a measure of how much power I have, right? By having all these things. I think they can build it from here, right? Can they? I'm not sure. We'll go like this. They can definitely build it from there. Word spreads. We welcome everyone. There you go. Now, we got to be careful on that. We have 64 housing capacity, but at that point, we're going to have to stop accepting people. There we go. So now we've got extra gravity batteries. Beautiful. So I've done the things I wanted to do today already, which is to get power storage. I wanted to get producing our own metal, which doing quite well with there. Yeah. And I wanted to start using metal paths or metal blocks to reach new places. Now that part, I started with it and it didn't work out. I have all these things here ready to go, but it didn't quite work out. So I'm going to have to see what it is that I messed up on, why they didn't start tearing this stuff down. I didn't have to come from this side though. I could have came from the other side to tear this stuff out. So I could have, let's say, once we get enough metal again, have 18 of it. That might be pretty good. I want to see about getting even more people over here. So if I go, let's say from here, maybe this is better. We come from this side, but then I can't tear that out, and I want to be able to tear this out. Let's start it from here. Yeah. We'll just start from right here. Okay. And then on that note, we can flip this over. Yep, and go from there. All right, so there's our 2 metal. And then because they have support, I don't even know if I have to use metal to get across this. I might be good with wood now because of how much support that can work with. So this is actually fine. Yeah. And so from there, we go up higher. Say like this. Sure. And you can just do that. So now people should be able to walk over there, assuming they can get to this floor, which they can because they've been getting there this whole time. Maybe they're blocked. The water did creep up a little bit, and then it dumped this junk right here. So maybe they're blocked from being able to work with this. I don't know. Looks like the boat can actually reach that, which is weird, but we'll take it. If the boat can reach that, then the boat should be able to reach these too. Simple boats should be able to grab these things. Yeah. I'm not sure why they don't. Come on over here and grab these things too. Okay. They should be able to get over here. I see people walking there. There we go. All right. Now they can start breaking this stuff down. Wonderful. And we're going to start looking at getting our next housing block right here. It's going to be a nice little area with a courtyard, some balcony systems and stuff, lots of decorations. I want to start having a really nice place to live over here. And to make that happen, we're going to want decorations, which is where? Where's my decorations? Social? Thought it was in social. It's not in, it's in housing. Decorations. There it is. So we need to start getting some of that so we can grow, you know, put some green stuff up there, make people all happy and stuff, yeah? Definitely. Changing your life. All right, so we have 2 workers that want to be engineers. I see. I have 5 unemployed workers, so I mean that's okay. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. I have unemployed workers. If I'm struggling with that, then it's a problem. I have a lot of food as well, which is very good. So I can go ahead and take, let's say, 2 of my sailors away here, and maybe we can also bring and divide this up. We'll put 1 sailor in each one. But I want a metal boat. That's another thing I want to have is a metal boat. And then metal houses is what we're going to ultimately have over on that other side. But metal boat is the next thing. Gathering metal boat. I think I swap from decor to the metal boat first. That way I can put these extra sailors to work. And they can go out and get me more metal before I start researching things to use more metal. Plus, we got this end goal, I guess, now of building our own boat. I want to go and see this too. This is the mysterious building. It's part of the story and everything. So I want to go and get this too. And with 46 metal, let's see what we can come up with there. 46 metal. This is an elevator. What? Oh, no, this is just a block to build things on top of. Yeah. It takes 5 tools to make this. No. This is an actual elevator. Yeah, it is. Oh, interesting. I got 44 tools. Is it worth? Yeah, I think maybe it's worth having. That would be really useful. We could put it right here. Yeah, straight down the middle here to these various different floors. Ooh. Hey, that's an actual elevator. Let's put this here. Nope, that's in the way. I want this bench to go somewhere. Get out of my way, bench. Put you there for now. I'm actually interested to see. They're going to use this, and it's going to look cool. All right, so let's have them. We'll start here. That way I got this lined up right there. Okay, and then on this side, we can go. Yep, the door. Like, oh, I don't have enough. This takes a lot of resources, man. All right, we're gonna wait. Yeah, I know. I can't delete the bottom one before I delete the top one. I know. This is the elevator. Can I select it? Yeah, goodbye. It just takes way too many resources right now. I don't have enough metal, but that is cool. I wonder why a wooden elevator wasn't available, because the wooden elevator, I suppose maybe it has something to do with, I don't know. Like the metal elevator would move in the same system as a wooden elevator. You know, it's not like they're using electricity either. Sailing away. So as the storms become more and more dangerous, some of us are starting to wonder if maybe there's a better place somewhere far away. Oh, yeah, sure. Steel ship might hold us all. So that's the end goal promise, reinforcing the end goal promise. Yeah, receiving 100 influence for that. I think I could turn this place into a safe haven for everyone. So this will add more freedom, influence, but it will also cause us to no longer have the ship as the goal. I like the ship as the goal. And then a better place. There are no other places left. Yeah, more order. I actually don't need to respond to that right now. So I'm not going to respond to that right now, but yeah, I like the idea of the ship, but I did want to build out and go through all this before getting this ship. So we cleared out a lot of the stuff over here, which is great. And I want to start clearing all this stuff out too, though. So I need them to focus on that next. Let's have you go down here. So this is the next level, is right in this side. So if I place, yeah, we can kind of see where that ends. So if I place this, let's say here, then I can get the stairs, the ladder, down to there. And you can now come down and get these resources too. All right, the metal boat research is done, so we can now have that. Let's go ahead and place one of those down. And I can now get my 2 sailors to go ahead and sail away out to go get the metal. That'd be sweet. Next research, I think we're going to go down farming. Get going on that a little bit too. I know I have a lot of food, but that may not be the case once we get even more people soon. So let's go ahead and do that. I have full batteries too, so I can really afford to just use as much power as possible at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and embrace that. And we're going to break this since I have lots of food and I have a good surplus of power. I think there's no reason not to go ahead and get the electric ones twice, just so we can use a little bit less on the water, right? So we can have a good surplus of water maybe. Who knows? With the rain right now, that's definitely happening. All right, finally we found this place. Another one. More people. Okay, that's getting questionably close to 64. I think we're going to have to start turning people away here pretty soon. We have a sailing trader. Let's see what they've got for me here. So more food, don't need it. More fuel could be good. Too much of this. More tools. Yeah, I like that. I do like more tools. We can always use more. There's going to be certain things we want to make. And 60 tools is the boat, right? So, I mean, that does it right there. So let's trade for that. Because the boat, I think, was that objective, wasn't it? Yep. So that takes care of that. Now I just need the fuel, and of course the metal is still a big thing. But now I don't have to commit metal resources to making tools. And because I have so many tools, I don't really need to necessarily rush into additional production down this way. I don't need sand unless I'm making the tools. So I don't need sand. I don't need this tools production. The wood presser is okay, I guess. You can get a lot of wood that way with, junk and power. So if I need more of that, but I'm all right on building materials. I think concrete, yeah, maybe start making some of that later on. But no, I think for research wise, I'm going to go food warehouse so we can at least make sure we can do these fields. These are open fields. So they'll just need sunlight. I don't have anything input into these other than just waiting. Yep, this just takes a long time. But I don't have to put my own water into them, so I like that. Okay, so on this note here, let's grab the greenhouse. And we'll place the extra greenhouse. I guess it doesn't matter which direction I go. Yeah, it doesn't seem to anyway. So we'll go like that. And then we can get other people in here. So sailors, we'll go worker there. I have metal boats now, so that's good. Do we want to have additional collection for our metal boats? Maybe like another dock, another place for our boats to dock. I think maybe that'd be a good idea. Maybe right here. We could not that. No, we can go like this is what I'm thinking. Just want to bring all this over there. Yep. And then from there, put our dock here. Just another place where our boats can stop and drop things off, right? In this case, junk, metal, etc. could be dropped off right over here near the recycler. Why not? Just another place for the boats to go. All right, food warehouse. Stores more than your typical refrigerator. Warehouse workers will move food from lower to higher priority storage. Okay. Now, of course, this leads us into potentially getting, the farming and everything, which is nice. But I don't really have a good, solid place to start making these fields. So let's continue with other research for now. Metal crane, maybe. Social. I want to go down, I think, better housing. Let's try metal housing now. 50 metal for that. 50. Maybe windows for decorations. Oh, you know what? We can continue decorations. I never actually got those. So let's do that too. All right. And then we maybe get some more fun stuff up in here, you know, like a bar. We can get the bathhouse. And these are things that these guys really like to have, so I should probably look into that. We have it's like 4. Oh, I'm giving them more food than I probably should, these outsiders. Outsiders will sometimes change into social groups. Yeah, I need to make them happy, so that's what they're doing. And then leader actions. I didn't even know they could have leader actions and outsiders, but yeah, I guess that's a possibility. Okay. Well, we're good. And if I can get goods production, maybe that's the key. Maybe let's get goods production going. And if we can do that, we can make everybody super happy then, because then I can start turning on and saying, hey, you guys are allowed to consume goods. That'll be huge. Currently, the only building I have that is doing that is the thrift stand. I thought this was producing goods. That doesn't look like it's producing goods. I think I got that wrong. It's servings of leisure, I suppose, is what it is. It's not goods, it's leisure. Okay, so to produce our own goods, let's take a look at the research tree here. To produce goods, what do we need? Advanced storage, wood presser. Oh, goods manufacturing is at the very bottom. Yeah, okay. And then the goods manufacturing, it has tools as an input. All right. I see. Yeah. But once we do this, then everybody's going to be super happy. All right. Well, we need to set up the entire production chain to do that then. Production? Yeah, the production chain. Indeed. So I guess we'll finish up the decorations research, and then I'll hit sand extraction, and we'll get going on that. And done. We'll go send sand extraction next. Now, the decorations, while we're waiting on this stuff, loads of decorations here. Loads of stuff we can do here. And I have no idea, because I have never used them before, but I'm hoping that I can put them here and they won't obstruct the water, depending on what it is. Like, I assume the plant pots will obstruct the water. And so I could put something, let's say, yeah, right here. So the quality of that house goes up. See? Right there, yeah. So if I put this here, for example, and then there, and then there, yep, and then there, I can get the quality on the whole house to go up. Oh, but I didn't even check to see if there is... Yeah, there is a little bit of weight to this. I probably can't do much of this. But it looks like it's holding. It's not yelling at me, so I'm gonna say it's okay. We can then do the same thing on this side for these houses. 1, 2, 3. Not quite able to... Let's clear this. Let's harvest this metal, which I can't do without... well, I can go around. Could go around. I think it'll let me do that. I don't know if that counts as an obstruction on this. Yeah. Does that count as obstruction on like sun and stuff? No, because you're electric, so I feel like that's probably fine. You got your own lamps and stuff on the inside, right? That's the whole point. So we can walk around this, and I hope that they'll be able to reach this to tear it down from there, and then I could just do one after another until they get it. Or a better option. I think this is definitely a better option. Just be careful how I click here. Yeah, don't click too much. We'll leave that one. It's fine. Instead, I could just do this. Go around here. Like that. Does that work? Should. Yeah, that'll do it. I can clear these out, and then I can add additional decorations up top there to help with just the decoration value, right? It's just making these guys happier. 1, 2, 3. I just can't quite get that one. I think that is the actual Yeah, I think that's the problem with this. It's not these, it's this. And I can fix that too. I can move it a little further out too. So that's what I intended. I wouldn't want to have this flame this close to all this stuff anyway, right? So it's not a great thing to do anyway. I'll end up moving it. Maybe I could I'll stick it over here. That's a better idea. I'm going to stick this over here. You would want this to be very visible for everyone. So right there is a perfect spot to make that a lot more visible. But I want the wood and I want the metal anyway. So it's not a waste of my time or anything. So we'll go like that. And now we have some green. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I guess, again, I just got to be careful with how much I add because it's not going to hold much more. So if I say, see a text sign, there's barrels, there's these safety tires. I'm not sure what to think about a safety tire. Maybe we can put that, I don't know, over here somewhere. I have no idea. Barrels, crates, decorations, chimes. Okay, some chimes. Now, again, I just don't know how much it's going to let me do. But if I put it like right here, that's kind of interesting, right? Place the chimes there. Maybe another set right here. That at least looks pretty interesting. And they're dangling over this so they could be swaying in the wind, chiming for everyone to hear through here and down in here. And yeah, I like that. That could be cool. I don't think there's much else for this demolition hut to do. So I probably should repurpose this as well. I probably should move it maybe to be over in here, and then I can connect this to here. Try to connect this building. Yeah, we need to get over to that building too. So maybe I move this building. See if I can get in there and look at it. Just take this building and, I don't know, put it over here for now. Like that. There's a lot more stuff to do over here. And it's totally accessible by everyone. And then I can have you, maybe tell you to break this stuff down. Once we got that done, we can get down into these lower areas. Yeah. All this stuff to break down too, right? I mean, there's just a lot of opportunity here. There's so much wood still left to go. Yeah, I need to put something there. Let's put this here and here. There we go. That should take care of any of those problems. We don't even really need to be here anymore, but I should probably tell them to clear that out of the way. Yeah. This is pointless too, isn't it? It's okay. I'll leave it. What else we got for decorations over here? A toilet. Increase different housing stats. This is a 3. That's a 3 value right there. That's a big one. The toilet's a big one. I just don't know if I can place this there. I just don't know if it's gonna cause, if the one thing that ends everything is a toilet, Oh yeah, we could totally hook it up to the water supply. No. This is definitely something that has to be mounted on the edge though, which is weird. I can place one like in here, I guess. It's not really gonna help us. I want it on the housing. Just hanging around. What's this? Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so does this mount? It still mounts on the side. Yep, it's like another wind chime kind of thing. Okay, but it hangs down over top of. Yeah. Okay, well, an outdoor shelf. These little outdoor shelves then. No, I think that's too much. 48. 96. This is what can go on top of it though. It doesn't say if it's adding any mats. Let me actually see this. If I look at you, you're 2323. All right. Now if I take, let's say this, and put you at the top, up here. Let's say right here. All right, I stick that there. You are 23, 20, 22, 27. So you did get weaker. And I am... Oh, what's this? Oh, that's what that is. That's a person hanging. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I'm doing. It's very interesting how it's a 3 decoration value, just having a guy hanging out. That just doesn't, it's not us, you know? It just isn't us. Right? We're not like that. So I'm gonna get something else here. Let's get the outdoor shelves, or maybe we're good with just this. Maybe this is okay, because I don't want to press my luck on this. The reason why I'm so skeptical of it, because you're probably thinking to yourself, I mean, you could just delete it and then you're fine. But I've had this game in testing. Maybe it's fixed. I would hope so. I've had this game when I'm testing. As soon as you go over and it warns you, it continues to be over even after you've removed the thing that put you over. And then you have to remove again and again and again until... I've had it to the point where I had to delete the entire top row of houses and put them back. And I just don't want to mess with it is basically it. Now, if that's fixed, then that's fixed, and that's great. But if you're curious on why I'm not wanting to go over, that's why. I suppose I could just save and then reload the save. And then that's fair. That's a fair criticism there. I could definitely do that. So this food warehouse. You know, I'm tempted to. It sounds a little weird maybe, but I mean, I'm kind of tempted to have these be the farms. We can just farm on these. And it's had like the food warehouse be over here or something, you know? That's not too avant-garde of an idea. And I do kind of want to get over here into these things too. There's a lot of stuff in here. Who knows? Maybe there's some treasure in here. Can I see that? If I just progressively clip through all these things, would I be able to see? Not really. They're just jam-packed full, aren't they? Okay. Well, tell you what. Let's see about getting in there, though. So to do that, I would probably want to have one of these metal ones here. And we can put one of these metal ones. I want to make a bridge between the two as well. So I would say the bridge would go, let's say, here and here. It certainly doesn't need to be metal, though, does it? Not in this point. This point here can certainly just be this cheap wood one. Yep, like that. And then this can just be like that. I can probably get away with it being like this. Yeah. So this is a real quick railing system. It would look better if it was a full railing, though, wouldn't it? You can do something like this. It certainly look better that way. All right, but like once we get in this side and we clear it out, then we can just... You got a connector between the two is what I'm looking for. But to get over here in the initially, in the initial, I don't know why I said it that way, but I did. I said it. I can't take it back now, can I? Of course I can. I can edit this video and you'll never know I said it. You think I'm just going to be like, nope. It's over. This isn't a live stream. I can do whatever the hell I want, right? I'm just too honest. I guess I'll leave it in. Here you go. Like that. And then we're just going to have the ladder come down like this. All right. So from there, that gets us into that. And then we can work from there. Now, this gap here is what requires the metal. But we can get into there okay. And then now to get down from this ledge, we'll just use our handy dandy ladder system here. And just like that, we are now able to get over and get all of these things. So now my demolition office, which I moved to the other side, didn't I? I think I have one there, and where's the other one? Right over here, yeah. And that's an okay spot for the other one too, but I think I need one more now. I think another demo office is going to be preferred, or one of those advanced offices, which I don't have yet, but I could have unlocked another, advanced office. But let's place it here. Just have it be like this. Yeah, it's more than fair on the distance there. And then we'll want to go ahead and have storage for the stuff and place that there. That's okay. And then I put 2 people in there and we're good to go. So now we can have all of this stuff. They can just bring all that wood, man. We're just going to get going on it right away, I think. Well, they'll start on the near side and then they'll walk over. All right, I see the last of the fungus is an event over here. It's got 4 hours left. Let's check it out. It says, Captain, the fungus that was growing on our buildings has started spreading to people. What are we going to do? I mean, I can't just kill them. Send them away on a boat. We should learn more about it. Put them inside metal cages. Oh my gosh. That is insane and great for influence. So good for influence. I can't risk them. Burn them? I'm not burning people. Isolate them and try treating them. This just requires having 60 goods. Man, if I only had 60 goods, I could just... I guess I'm going to take the one that gives me... We're going to learn more about it. I'm going to get the influence. Yeah, they're not dead. So it'll spend the... Yeah, we'll go ahead and spend the metal, but otherwise... All right, let's see what happens here. Sand extraction is now done. And we can see what that workflow is like. Collects resources directly beneath it from the sea. Looks like it's got quite a range on this here. And this is low tide, then high, goes down 4, then up 4 from here. So I could put the sand extraction down here and it wouldn't be a big deal. I could indeed. Now, is that where I want it? It's pretty far down, but also I feel like you'd want this kind of machine to be pretty far down. Yeah, I don't know if it's in the way of the boats though. We could bring it up a little bit. Not really. No, it fits here, and it's a huge machine, so it fits here, and I kind of want it to be here. I'm just trying to debate whether or not it's better to place it somewhere else. More housing is going to be in this area. Said that already. We can have... This could be a work area, but it's only 70% covered. This just fits. Yeah, it was like the first thing I saw, and I think it just fits enough to just put it here. So I'm going to place it there. Seems good. Now, of course, we have to route to there. We have to get the people to be able to go there, but that doesn't seem like it's too awful hard, really. So if I was to, let's say, have something like this apply... like that, and then I just come over and say, hey guys, you want to come down from there? Because you can. We can just bring them lower like that. Now maybe give them a little walkway right there just because, and call it a day. There. Now somebody else wants to change their leader. Well, I want to make sure that people can reach this first. I think they can. Yeah, there's somebody walking right there, so they can definitely get down there. There we go. So now we can start extracting the sand. That's neat. Put a couple of engineers on that task. Okay. Needs a path to their workplace. I mean, are you telling me you don't have it? Because you got there just fine. Yeah, if people can get there, then so can you. Other people got there, so can you. Yeah, I don't know why you're yelling at me unless it's one of those things where you could get there to build it, but you can't get there to work it. That's probably what it is. Yeah. You got to go under. Okay. So they need to be underneath this to work it. Fine. We can clear this. And then they can get down lower to actually get into the machine. That's why. No big deal. All right. We want to change our leader. So this is the engineers, or these are the engineers. I love where you're at with the food efficiency, but we kind of don't need it anymore. We're really overkill at this point. So changing this to someone that's not focused on food, I like the idea. You're a polluter, green work efficiency, energy work efficiency. That's the guy. Whitney Curie. That's the guy. Absolutely. Let's get the energy efficiency because we don't need that food efficiency anymore. All right. Excellent. You know what else is excellent? You guys for joining me for All Will Fall. That's pretty excellent too, isn't it? We got quite a bit done today. I am going to go. It's probably a little shorter video than usual, and I'm sorry about that. I am going to go. I got to get my daughter, but thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been a blast so far. I hope you guys have been enjoying it, and we will see you in the next one where I think it's time to maybe think about hoarding some resources and building ourselves a boat. Yeah, maybe. Or metal housing. Right, I think metal housing is next. It's been a real blast. I thank you so much for watching. I'm going to start working on this new housing district down here for the next video, pending, of course, anything else being very unstable. And then I would really like to get over here to this big building too. So I'm going to start working on, because we have metal bridges and stuff now, I'm going to start working on getting over into these buildings too, because they just look super good. And they're pretty good for people living here too. I mean, it kind of looks like it's encouraging me to. So very peaceful. All right. See ya. Bye-bye.